and welcome back to Shades of Intimacy with your inti bestie, D. Robdon. I'm so excited to continue this journey with you as we dive into episode 3 of season 1. In our last episode, we uncovered what intimacy truly means. If you missed it, I encourage you to give it a listen right after this episode. Today, we're shifting our focus to emotional intimacy, starting where it matters most, with ourselves. This episode is called The Emotional Mirror, Understanding Your Own Emotional State. You may ask why, and the answer is because emotional intimacy doesn't start with your partner. It starts with you. You can't share what you don't understand, and you can't give what you don't have. So, before we talk about connecting emotionally with your partner, we're going to reflect inward. When most people think of emotional intimacy, they imagine heart to heart talks with their partner or being vulnerable in their relationship. But here's the thing, true emotional intimacy starts within. Let me ask you these questions. How well do you understand your emotions? How do you process them? Do you even give yourself permission to feel? Your emotional state is like the foundation of a house. If it's shaky, anything you build on top of it, whether it's love, trust, or the connection you share, will be unstable. To connect deeply with others, you must first connect deeply with yourself. Here's how we start this journey inward. It begins with self awareness. What's the relationship like between you and your mirror at home? I want you to imagine standing in front of that mirror. What do you see? Now, imagine that mirror does not just reflect your physical appearance, but your emotions. What would it reveal? What are you seeing? Are you calm and centered or overwhelmed and reactive? Do you understand why you feel the way you do? I want to give you 3 steps to start reflecting on your emotional state. The first thing is to do daily check ins. Daily emotional check ins are very important. Take a few moments each day to ask yourself, how am I feeling? What triggered these feelings? How am I reacting to them? This isn't about judging your emotions. Rather, it's about understanding them. The second thing I want you to do is to name your emotions. Give them labels. Identify them. Studies show that simply naming an emotion can help you to process it. For example, instead of saying, I feel bad, say, I feel disappointed because I didn't meet my goal for today. I want you to thirdly listen to your body. Your body often signals your emotions even before your mind does. So pay attention to the tension in your shoulders, a racing heart, or even a high and heavy sigh. These are clues to what you're feeling. When you begin to understand your emotions, you can start to manage them. That's where the miracle will begin to happen. Let's pause and talk about self compassion. Emotional self awareness isn't about being perfect or always having it together. It's about being kind to yourself, especially when things feel messy. If you're feeling overwhelmed, instead of saying, I shouldn't feel this way, try, it's okay to feel this way. I'm human and I'm doing my best. Think of self compassion as the frame that holds your emotional mirror together. Without it, the mirror cracks under pressure. The next time you're hard on yourself, pause and ask, would I speak to a friend this way? If the answer is no, change the narrative. Now, you might be wondering, why is this so important for my relationship? And here's why. When you understand and manage your emotions, you bring your best self to your relationship. Instead of reacting out of frustration or fear, you respond with clarity and compassion. Emotional intimacy with your partner begins with emotional stability within yourself. If you want to share a meal with someone, wouldn't you need to prepare it first? Similarly, if you want to share your emotions, you need to understand and process them first. Let's get practical. Here are 3 steps you can take today to start understanding your emotional state. Pause and reflect. Set aside 5 minutes today to sit quietly and reflect on your emotions. If it helps, write them down. Learn to become mindful. Do this by taking some time to breathe and really be intentional to notice your thoughts and feelings without judgment. And celebrate small wins. If you notice you handled a tough situation better than you usually would, celebrate it. Progress, no matter how small, is worth acknowledging. Understanding your emotional state is the first step to building deeper emotional intimacy with your partner. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Next week, we'll build on this foundation and explore how to use this self awareness to connect more deeply with your partner. But for now, take some time to reflect, practice self compassion, and start cleaning your emotional mirror. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your reflections. Send me a DM on Instagram at the Robdons or an email at robdonofficial@gmail.com. And if you haven't already, grab a copy of 21 Shades, a practical guide to growing intimacy in marriage on Amazon or through me directly. Until next time, keep peeling back those layers of intimacy, one step at a time.